Well, I'd like to welcome you to Lesson 6, and this particular lesson is extremely important, not only for math and English language arts teachers, but also for teachers that teach other subjects, such as art, PE, history. The title of this lesson is Using iPads for Math and English Language Arts. As you know, there's a total of 7 lessons, and we're on the 6th lesson. If by this time in the course you don't feel confident with an iPad in your hand, you definitely should send me an email. Please give me the opportunity to ensure that you complete this course, not only successfully getting an A in the course, for sure that's important, but what's more important to me is that you can walk into your classroom with an iPad and help your students use iPads and have the fundamentals of how to integrate the utilization of iPads into what you already do as a professional. If you're still feeling awkward, or there's something you think to yourself, you know what, I wish you explained this, or I wish you went slower on this topic, I need to hear from you. And send me an email at donnie@quickietech.com. I can give you a phone call and walk you through. I can do a Skype session with you. I can invite you to the lab here. I can meet you at an Apple store. Whatever though, it's important that you feel very comfortable. I want all students who take this course to be able to look back and say, when I took that Quickie Tech class, I really received a foundational understanding of how to be completely comfortable with the iPad in the classroom and how to teach the utilization of the iPad in the classroom. So I know I haven't covered a lot of things. This is just a 1 professional development or 1 salary point class. It's not a 3 salary point class. It's not a semester-long class. It's just a 1 salary point class, which means it's a basic class that covers just the basics. So let's go ahead and talk about the objective of this lesson. Learn how to download apps and use the iPad to teach mathematics and English language arts. And so in this particular lesson, I'm going to actually just show you 2 applications that you can use in the realm of math and 1 application that you can use in the realm of English language arts. And so again, there's a lot of things out there. And some of you who are more familiar with iPads, you're probably thinking, oh, he should be talking about this app and this app. If you know of some good apps, go ahead and send them to me. In the reading portion, I do provide at least 1 link that provides a whole plethora of apps available for your use. But I'm going to just show you some simple apps in mathematics and English language arts so that you have a feel of what's available to you. So let's go ahead and we'll jump out of this, and once again, let's go to our reflector and we'll display what's on my screen onto this screen. We'll wait a little bit. Let me go to Quickie Tech. Remove the mirroring, add the mirroring back, and there we have it. So what I'd like to show you first is, you'll notice there's 3 apps that are listed here, and I'll just go ahead and move this to the side. There's My Script Calculator. I think this is really cool. I'm going to go ahead and go to that right now, and basically this is an app that you can actually download. But first of all, you may say, you know what? How do you download an app? Okay, this is really critical. I want to show you how to download an app. Basically, what you can do to download an app is you have to have settings set up with your Apple ID. So we click on Settings, and then after we've clicked on Settings, if you scroll down on the left, you'll notice something that's called iTunes and App Store. You see my mouse is circling at that? Go ahead and click on that. And then you have to enter your Apple ID and password. Everyone should have their own. I actually have one, but I'm going to enter an Apple ID of another person. This happens to be my wife. I'm entering. Okay, why am I doing this? Why am I entering someone else's? Well, I wanted to show you that your Apple ID is unique, and you can actually enter into the App Store on a different device because the App Store links your ID to the applications and the features and functionalities that are at Apple. I'll put in my password. And then I click Done. And then it's accepted. If you did not have something set up, and let me go ahead and log out. I'll click on Apple ID, and I'm going to click on Sign Out. Then you can click right here, Create New Apple ID. That will take you through the process of creating your own personal Apple ID account. And so everyone should have their own Apple ID account. And many of the school districts will give you an Apple ID account. And many times, like for instance, Los Angeles, your Apple ID will probably have lausd.net in it. If you're in Chicago or Seattle, it'll have something else. First, ask your district, what is your Apple ID? And then, if they don't provide one, you can go ahead and create your own. So I'll go ahead and click No here. I'm going to click Cancel. Type things in again. You enter the password. Now, once that is accepted, you'll notice it'll show the Apple ID here. You can then click on the bottom home button here to go to the home page. And then you can click on the Apple Store here. And so I want to show you how to do this because it's very important. Out of the millions of apps out there, there's bound to be one that's going to become your favorite. And so what we can do is go up to the top right here, and you can type something. Okay, so let's say you're interested in math. Let's type in math, and you want an app that really helps you with a particular concept, getting that across to the students. So I typed in math, and then down here on the search button, I click search. Okay, you'll notice that brings me to several math tools. I like to go to the free ones, quite honestly. I myself am not interested in purchasing a bunch of apps on my credit card. Okay, so looks like my mirroring just disappeared. Let me go back and click on mirroring, bring that back up. Give it a few seconds. Okay, and there we have it. So let's do the top left one. I'm going to click free. You'll notice the free turns to install. Here's my mouse here. I'll circle it. I click on install. And then I wait. So this one's called math.atyourteacher.com. It's a free app. Now, of course, you have to remember that the iPads have limited space, and so you can download a fairly large number of apps. But you do want to be careful that you don't download too much information so that basically the space gets filled up. Okay, so I just clicked on open, and this is what happened. It says collect a category below. Interesting. Let's click the blue area, elementary, middle, and high school. I've never used this app, by the way. I am doing this live for the first time. Okay, let's see. I want to do geometry. We click on geometry. Yeah, I want to do triangles. We click on triangles. I want congruent figures. Let's see what happens. This is interesting. And voila, it looks like it gives some instruction on congruent figures. Okay, so why is this important for you to know that process? You should become very comfortable searching the app library at Apple and finding things that relate to you. And there are some outstanding apps out there. Anyway, this is one that you can use in mathematics. So let's go ahead, and the next thing I wanted to show you is the calculator. So you've seen how to use an iPad with an Apple ID. That was the purpose of that exercise. Let's now go to these three items. I'm just going to show them really quick. My Script Calculator. Okay, let's find that. My Script Calculator. And you'll notice it's right here. I'm circling it. I'll click on that. And I wanted to show you that this is really nice because it's not just a calculator, but it's something that allows your students to still use that writing motion that some teachers really like their students to still do. And what it does is it takes their writing and it converts it to a formula. So you can do something like this. 6 into 1, 2, 3. And what it does is it converts what they wrote into a nicely printed formula, and it spits out the answer. It's outstanding. You can do 6 times 5. Of course, when you do that, it starts to really build upon things, and so you have to be careful. Let's go ahead and erase that. I did that by hitting the trash can. So we'll do 6 times 5 again, and then it simply provides what you need. Then, of course, a lot of you know about Khan Academy. Khan Academy has its own app. It's here at the bottom left. I click on Khan Academy, and you can go ahead and browse the different topics, and you can send your students home and ask them, go ahead and review this topic on your own and come to class ready to teach it. And I'm going to ask one of you to teach this topic. You can have so much fun with Khan Academy. Now, then the last one is News ELA. This is basically a website, and I'll go there now. So if we go ahead and look here, this is Safari. I want to check something real quick. I click Khan Academy. Okay, I'm going to go back. Click on Safari, a browser. And then what you can do is you can click on newsela.com. And basically, this particular site is very interesting because what you can do, it's news articles that are up to date. I'm going to go ahead and click on Read More, which is right here. And at a certain point, it will ask you to sign up. But look at this. If you look at the right, ignore my cell phone there. If you look at the right, you can actually choose different lexiles. And so if your student is at a lower reading level, they can choose the same article and choose a lower lexile. So this same article, which is currently at 1110 lexile, can be put down at 660 lexile. I'll click on that on the right. And it simplifies the reading for them. Anyway, this opens up tons of opportunities in the realm of English language learning, and particularly in English language arts for those of you who are teaching K through 12. Thank you. We'll see you in Lesson 7. You are almost done.